Hello friends, welcome to the channel. Bob here, and today we're going to be doing, well, this is another Project Gorgon video, and I'm going to be doing something in this video that I've been kind of been waiting to do for quite some time, but haven't had the, what should we say, the drive. I've been wanting to, I'm not going to be playing a wolf, by the way. This is just to show you what I've been doing to prepare for what's coming in Halloweeny spooky October. I've been wanting to, as you know, I muck around a lot with builds and stuff in games and classes and all sorts of crappy stuff. But the thing that I've been wanting to do in Project Gorgon is to match up, kind of like having like an animal theme. So to match up like an animal form with animal handling. And I didn't do it because I thought to myself, well, it doesn't seem to synergise particularly well from what I can see. And yeah, and it just didn't seem worth it. I mean, I'm quite happy to play things that I want to play, but I do like there to be some synergy between what I'm doing, whether it's a skills or a pair of classes or whatever it may be, or skill trees, etc. Yeah, but it just didn't seem as though it was the case. And then, like quite some time ago, I kind of found out that some of the animal handling pets have a special attack. This was quite some time ago. It's taken me all this time to get around to it. But some of the animal handling pets have a special attack that boosts your, well, I believe it does. I don't know if I've made a mistake here, but I believe it boosts your damage for a short period of time when you use it. And a special attack for your pets is, you know, it's only got a short cooldown, so you can keep that damage up quite a bit. And there seem to be a number of pets that do this. Like there are some rat. I know there's a rat that I think does poison. There's a rat that does necromance, dark damage, I believe. So that would kind of pair well with potentially with a fox. The poison rat. I think the poison rat would pair well, particularly with a spider. What else have we got? I think there's one that boosts fire, maybe it's another rat, I'm not sure. There are some other animals that boost like slashing, I believe, damage, piercing damage, that kind of stuff. So I thought, well, that kind of gave me a bit of hope. And I've kind of just got around to it. I think one of the things that were one of the slight roadblocks was the fact that I've got used. I was talking to Kame about it in game. I've got used to AOEing skills, power leveling them essentially, and with that, I was kind of thinking to myself, oh, I just don't want to level a skill from scratch, and I'll probably do it on a new race like an orc or a dwarf when they come out, but I didn't want to do it now. If I was kind of planning on maybe doing it again in the future, it doesn't take that long. But as I said, I got addicted to the AOE skill grind leveling. Power leveling, so that was kind of one of the roadblocks that was kind of in the way. So I had the animal thing, and I discovered that some of the animal handling pets boost damage, so they synergize. And then what I've done, I'll show you here what I've done. What I've done is I'm going to use unarmed and survival instincts, which is an animal form only skill, to level up some animal forms. My initial plan was, I quite like the idea of kind of having a fox, kind of having a rat, and that seemed quite interesting, being an animal and having a rat as a pet, because it's smaller, and I suppose, you know, if you're a small thing and you've got a huge pet, that kind of doesn't make so much difference. Doesn't seem to make so much sense, but I quite like that. So my initial thought was to go fox and necro rat, but fox is quite hard to get. You can get someone to pass it on to you if you want, but it is quite difficult to get. I've spent a few days trying to get. You need to get a spirit stone or rune that spawns, but it's quite rare. And I spent a few days getting it. Quite enjoyed myself, but I didn't get one. But I'll do that for another time. The other thing that I was really interested in was spider with rat. The poison rat wasn't quite what I was hoping. I did put a little. The game's got like a little suggestion box, I think, and I put a little suggestion in saying it would be great to have. Like, I'd love to have a spider animal handling pet. Tame those that kind of synergize with spider form. That would be like, you know, that would be the awesome. Yeah, but that's not available yet, and they're working on animal husbandry, and there's quite a lot of work involved in that. So I kind of get the feeling that there's probably not going to be any new teams from a creature type point of view, which is a bit at the moment, because I think they would then need to tie them into the animal husbandry as well. That's probably quite a lot of work. Maybe in the future that would be pretty good. So Spider Poison Rat was even though I didn't feel the theme was brilliant. I've been kind of wanting to play Spider for quite some time, but yeah, and I could do that. But what happened yesterday was I noticed someone I was talking to Came Again, friend of the channel, and I always wanted to do Giant Bat. It's just got that. Like proper goth feeling, like flying around as a giant bat. I'm going to be playing Sister to Mercy in the headphones, the Mission, whatever, Bauhaus, and that's going to be cool. But I was looking at the stuff that synergizes with it, and I wasn't 100% convinced by the theme. But what happened yesterday was someone in chat was asking, is there anyone who can bite me to turn me into a bat? Because you need to get diseased first, and then you turn into a bat afterwards. Yeah, and if someone said, yeah, I can do it for you, and I was like, please. And they did it for me as well. You can get bitten by monster bats in the game as well, but there's not many of them. So this seems to be the best way to do it, is to ask someone to do it for you. And I got the disease. Disease went through. As you can see, I'm not a bat yet, because that's because it's been full moon, and this is the last day of full moon. So when full moon goes and wolf wears off, I should be a giant bat. And I'm going to be leveling that up, and then I'm going to try and I'm going to try and see if I can find an animal handling pet that synergizes with it. Some of the bat damage seems to be trauma and nature damage. I don't know if anyone. I'm not sure. I don't think there's any pets that synergize with that. But if there are, then please let me know. If you're a bat. And also, so I'm going to be a bat. I'm going to be leveling that. I'm looking forward to that. So bat first, see how that goes. The other thing I quite like as well from a bat point of view, I think, because like vampires can turn into bats. And vampires have always got that sort of. They've got like they've always got some kind of like mind control, charm, mesmerise thing going on. So I kind of thought, I've got like my psychology skill is over 60. So I thought I might try that with bat as well. That might be quite interesting, because I've got plenty to keep myself going forward, and I'm looking forward to it. But second, I'm going to try spider second, because I've got some spider potions. So but it's going to be bat for the foreseeable future. So when this part of the video ends, the next part will be bat, which will probably be tomorrow or the next day when I turn into a bat, hopefully. But because bat is quite difficult to get. I think it's something that I've got to stick with and see it through to the end, I think, because I'm sure there's always someone around who will bite you to give you the disease. If you cure it, you kind of can't just get it back again without someone biting you. And I thought it would be quite a nice theme thing as well with Halloween coming up. I think that'll be really interesting as well. So yeah, looking forward to that. So, but what I did to try and wean myself off of the battle chemistry AoE grindy skill thing was that I've kind of prepared myself. I haven't got it up, have I? No. I've kind of prepared myself by using unarmed and some. I need to go and train it actually. My survival instinct still needs to be leveled up a bit. I need to go and buy some skills and stuff. But there's a skill. There's a skill that you can put up on the sidebar as well, but there's a skill called Toxic Flesh, which gives you a damage shield. So I need to go and buy my upgrades for that and level that up a bit more. So that'd be quite nice, because I can just stick that on and do some, just do some damage shield damage, which would be quite nice for leveling. Apparently, thanks to Kane for the info, this doesn't scale as well. So I think my giant bat is currently only quite low, because I did try it once before. But it was quite early on in the game, and I wasn't really prepared for it. I'm only level 16, so I'll only be able to use level 41 unarmed skills, because it scales. You can't use a secondary skill that's 25 level, that's more than 25 levels above. Well, you can't use the skills from it that are more than 25 levels above the current one of your current skills that you've got on as well. So, but this will go up really quickly at the start. So pretty soon I'll be able to use my higher higher level unarmed skills. Yeah. So my plan is to whack on the go and buy the higher levels of these. This doesn't scale. Apparently you can just use whatever one you want. So the highest one I want I'll use. So I'll whack that on for some AoE damage, and then on the unarmed front, there are two skills that you can get mods for to AoE, so that they're AoE damage, which is what I've done. I think it's which one was it? I think it was I think it's the gloves actually. Yeah, so barrage hits all enemies and hip throw hits all enemies. So I made sure I got those two mods on my gloves, and then I've just spent the rest of my time over the last week. Actually, no, over the last few days since I've been a wolf, I spent my last, over the last couple of weeks, I've been leveling unarmed anyway. So it's currently level 65. I did that when I wasn't a wolf, and then when I was a wolf, I've been running war caches to get some equipment to upgrade. So that's what I've done. Yeah, so I've got my hip throw and barrage as AoE skills, and then I've basically just got mods on equipment with skills that increase the damage of those two skills. I've also got a nice skill that barrage where it sets enemies on fire and does some fire damage as well. I've also got my body slam skill. It's only single target, it does a ton of damage. I've got a couple of mods on there that does that's like 670 damage to non-elite mobs. And then on itself it does 365 damage, so that's a big single target hit. But there's two places that I level up, which I'll show you, which I quite like. I'm not, well, actually, will I show you? Yeah, I might show you one. Don't want to give them away. Not that it's a huge population game, so you're not going to find people just going there all the time. You know, that generally doesn't work that way. Yeah, so that's what I've done. I've got two unarmed skills, because unarmed goes perfectly with animal forms. So yeah, it's a nice skill to have to level those up. I can use it for spider as well, I think. So yeah, that'll be pretty cool. Yep, so that's what we've got so far. I got the barrage and hip throw AoE mods, and then I just stacked as many mods as I can that increase the damage of those two. And for the places that I go to level up the skills, yeah, that'll work really nicely. So I'll end the video here. When I come back, it'll be another day, because I've got to wait for the rest of this day until the full moon goes. Then I hopefully should be a bat. I believe I spoke about it with a couple of guys who one of them was a wolf as well, and the guy who infected us said that yeah, once the full moon goes, you should turn into a bat. So yeah, I'll be back instantaneously for you, but I've got to wait. I've got to go and wait. I'm just going to go and sit around and wait. Hello friends, welcome back to the video. Well, time has passed, well, a few days have passed actually since I recorded the first part, and I thought I would just chuck out some information there if you've been wanting to try out an animal form, for example, and you've had trouble with vendors and stuff, because a lot of the people around Serble, the city itself, kind of tell you to get lost if you're an animal. But there are some in Serble who will deal with you. Flea over here is a good one to get max reputation with anyway, because she's got tons of gold, about 90k for you to eat into, and she buys lots of recipes and skill books and stuff, and lots of other bits and pieces. So she's good to get. But one of the problems that I was encountering as an animal form was selling weapons and armor and whatnot, because I've been using Joey, as I said. Have I said it before? I'm not sure. I'm using Joey anyway in Serbial. and he doesn't like me anymore. Him and Mana have got tons of... I wasn't prepared as well as I thought I was going to be. Him and Mana, I've got tons of my stuff in storage, which I can't get to. But if I come out of bat to get the storage that I want, and then I've got to get bitten again, and I just can't be bothered with that at the moment. So I'm just ignoring that for the most part currently. But there are some vendors to use. The first one is in Surboard. If you look at the map there, you can see where I am. Roshan, the traitor. He will buy your weapons and armour and stuff. You need to... I'm still increasing his favour. The more you increase their favour, the more cash they have available for you to use, for you to sell. And generally also, the prices that they buy stuff at gets better. I haven't kind of really improved the favour enough for him to buy expensive items. Some of them will only buy stuff up to a certain limit, but yeah, the first one is Roshan the Traitor. He will buy from you as an animal. Well, one of the most relaxing things in the game I find is just gliding along, basically over the landscape. Music going. Yeah, it's pretty relaxing, and we're just approaching our next vendor. We're in Eltabul now, or Eltabul, however you want to pronounce it. And again, I'm not sure if pronunciation is right, but there is a vendor called, or there is an NPC called Psy Antry, and she will also talk to you as an animal. I'm not sure if I've got anything she likes at the moment. Oh, she likes shoes. That's quite an expensive pair of shoes though, so we are best friends at the moment. So let's see what she's got. Loads of cash, as you can see, and she will buy more expensive items than Roshan. She won't quite pay the full amount for those, but I reckon next friends level may be the way. So I will sell the rest of those bits that I've got. Oh, I could sell that, but I'll save that because we're just going to go over to another vendor, one more, who will also talk to you as an animal, and you can sell weapons and armour to. There are others, I'm sure there are many of you out there saying, well, I go here, and here, and that's fine, yeah, but there are other vendors. These are just the ones that I've discovered. Sunvale is quite a useful zone because there's an animal. You've got Animal Town there, which I will show you maybe at the end of this video when I go back. Yeah, but that is another useful zone. There's a troll NPC there who you can sell stuff to, and there's a fairy as well. Yeah, who buys weapons and armour as well. So there are plenty, even as an animal, there are plenty of options available. Even though there are some NPCs that won't speak to you. Now the last NPC is my old friend Hogan. I hung out with Hogan quite a lot at the start. Staff combat was one of those things that I quite enjoyed early on, but kind of since lost interest in it. And Hogan is one of the staff trainers, so yeah, I worked on favour quite a lot with him. Let's see if he will buy at max price. Shop, sell. No, he won't. No, he's best friend. So he's the same as he's about the same as Psy Entry. So I'll work on those two vendors a bit more with regards to favour. I normally find that if someone likes weapons or armour as favour, particularly at my level, you're always better off giving them that than looking for fruit or whatever, because like a nice red, purple or even yellow item, if you can bear to give them away for favour, gives you loads of favour. So I will work on those two a bit more. Hogan's quite useful as well because he sells emergency fires, which I might buy one actually because I don't have any at the moment. There we go. Yeah, so just a bit of information. If you want to be an animal but you're worried about vendors, then yeah, there are stuff available. Because I mean, most of the stuff that I pick up to be vended is weapons and armour that I'm never going to use, essentially. And a lot of the other stuff I pick up can be, well, that anyone picks up can be quite useful for favour for someone, you know. So you end up with a storage full of just stuff that you're waiting to use it on something, you know. Yeah, but let's move on to the next part of the video. Now, friends, welcome back to the video. So again, you see me flying again, basically, and we are over. You can't use the UI when the UI is, and you can't move your character and the UI is not there for some reason. I find that quite weird. But we're hovering over the. This is Animal Town, where you come to hang out if you're an animal, basically. You can see where I'm on the map. We're in Sunvale. There's some great NPCs here. Cinnamon, for example, the rabbit, very funny. I'm not going to spoil it, but if you're an animal, come here, talk to all of the animals because they're brilliant. There's also lots of storage. Animals have lots of storage, actually, but you do need to work on it, of course. Norbert here deals with storage. Norbert, well, what you'll find is that NPCs in the zone that do storage, you can access storage that you've got anywhere in the zone. So if we go to storage, Norbert, this is currently what we've got here for Norbs. Let's just chuck some stuff in that I'm currently probably not going to use. I guess that's it. Yeah, but Sylvia is the druid trainer. She's in the zone, so I've got stuff with her. Agrashab is the troll that I mentioned. So anyone you've got storage within the zone, you can access it from the one point, which is really good. Yeah, that's Norbert. So I haven't shown you the bat yet in all its glory, but I will do that, don't worry. But I've reached level 52 in bat, so I need to unlock the next level. Yavazek is the mantis with the hat, the cool hat, who apparently knows how to train bats. There you go. So I need to unlock this level here. 18,000. Holy smokes. Okay, but we need to gift him first. I'm not quite sure. I might as well give you. I bought these to give to him anyway, so I'll give them all to him. You can or make them. You can make. You know, I can make these actually. I think. So you get 9. Interesting. If you look on the wikis, I need to update the wiki maybe because the wiki is incredibly incorrect. It says you get 20, but as you can see there, we're getting 9.3. I wonder if because we've just gone up in favour, we now get more per. You know, I never ever thought of that. No, you get the same. So let's just chuck them all in. So, have I got enough? Yes, I have. Whew, thank God for that. Okay. And he trains the bat skills that are higher up, so I can now level up to bat from 62. There are some bonus bat levels. Most skills, combat skills, and any skill really can gain bonus levels, so you can go beyond the cap. So, where's giant bat? Giant bat. Yeah, my max is 50, but I've got two from bonuses. I think one of those is survival instincts, and the other one might be necromancy. There are 2 from necromancy. So I might level up my necromancy to their next bonus bat level, maybe. We will see. Yeah, but this is the town, the animal town. And I recommend coming here, talk to all. If you're an animal, you need to come here anyway. If you're an animal, it just makes sense. Talk to all of the NPCs. They're all good fun. There's one over here called Legs, who's like he's a spider trainer who I need to raise up my faction with him, favourable with him at some point soon. Yeah, he does spider training. He also does spider armour training. That's great spider casing. Yeah, and I'm going to train that up as well at some point, because it'd be quite awesome to make some amazing. I need to increase tailoring, which is probably going to take ages. But it'd be nice to make your own spider casing when I come to level up spider. But that's for the future. Yeah, this is Animal Town. Definitely worth a visit. Even if if you're not an animal, I think you might get attacked by the guards. I'm not sure. But if you're an animal, you need to come here. Hello, welcome back to the video. So here we are. Here's a bats in all their glory. Yeah, pretty amazing. I love the whole theme and everything. Really, really good. I don't really feel that I don't really feel that there's a kind of like a great skill to match with them at the moment. I guess necromancy's got. I guess there's some crossover there from a theme point of view. Although bats don't really do dark magic. I think bat at the moment is one of those things where it probably works great with anyone, really. It looks strong at higher levels. You know, there's a couple of AoEs, high single target damage. I think there's a pet type, not pet. It's like a summoning type skill, which is what's it called? I think it's called double. I actually probably got some on me actually. I'm waiting to use. What's it called? Or maybe I stored. No, maybe I stored them in storage. It's like something double or double something, where you summon a double of your pet. You summon like a double of yourself, and it attacks. I think there's a mod on an item mod that summons 2, and apparently that's quite a strong skill. Yeah, but I imagine anything will work with it, assuming you can use it with it. Of course, some things you can't. I would probably look at pairing it with animal handling at the start, so there's going to be a lot of upfront single target damage, I would say, from the pet and from myself. I'm hoping that vampire synergizes with it at some point in the future. That'd be really, really awesome. Yeah, but that's it. And a lot of the skills are kind of focused around where are we? Skills are focused around sound, as you would expect. There's a nice little wing flap that knocks enemies back. I quite like all that. And in the end, it turned out to be a good idea, levelling up unarmed in the end to help level bat. I must confess, at the moment, you know, when you're kind of levelling up a skill, you're not really using that skill too much if you're doing it this way anyway. If you're using another skill to power level it, essentially. Yeah. And also, I'm up to Toxic Flesh 7, which is like a 90 damage, 90 points of damage shield every time you get hit. You know, that's pretty good as well. Yeah, so those unarmed and survival instincts have definitely made it much easier to level up animal forms. And I can't wait to try spider. You know, I know that you probably think, oh, I'm flipping between lots of skill trees again, which I am, but you know, I do feel that there is some kind of purpose this time with regards to themes and stuff, which is kind of where I, you know, lose the plot a bit generally with alts and stuff. You know, I try something and if it doesn't really fit into a theme that I want, I just then stop using it. But I thought I'd just show you some oh, hello. We're in first person. There's the bat again from behind. You're always a bat. You can get a potion to cure it, but then you need to get bitten again. So I'm kind of doing all of my work that I want to do with the bat, and then, you know that I've got bat for when I want to pair it with stuff. This is Borghild, which is a dungeon that I don't think I've been in before. It's my favourite dungeon from an atmosphere point of view. Brilliant, you know, for Halloween month. You know, yeah. This is definitely the way to go. I'll just pull some mobs up and we'll deal with them. I just like fighting through this one. I just find it pretty... So I'll click my damage shield. Let's wait for all the mobs to come up. Where is it? Oh, he's an arch. Okay, well, let's deal with these. When you're leveling something up, make sure that you're using... You know, you use your so like for me for bat, make sure you use bat. so you then get experience for it. Otherwise, you won't get any experience. Yeah, for leveling, barrage and hip throw are two skills, two unarmed skills that you can turn into AoEs. So that's basically what I've been doing to level up, mostly with the help of obviously toxic flesh. Let's have a look here. What we've got to be careful of is let's just nuke those down. What you've got to be careful of is the right. These two are annoying because they the ghost you can't damage until you stun them. What you've got to watch out for though is the I think there's one coming. I'm stunned. No. Okay. I like this dungeon because it's hectic. This is more of a dungeon that you... so we've got to watch out. So these faces of death. They're great for loot because they drop like recipes and skill books and stuff. But they kill you. They one-shot you, basically. Like they are like death touch they've got. And I can kind of... Like my thingy skill will kill them. I don't want to get stunned here. I just want to kill the face of death. There we go. And you will just walk into them out of nowhere. I know I should probably be picking this up, but I'm not going to at the moment. Nope. Face of death. Oh, nice. Unidentified poetry book. There's another one coming, I'm aware of. I'm also getting hit by something else. Oh, these injector bugs are not very nice. Another face of death, which I'm happy to get the faces of death. You know, I mean, who am I getting hit by now? Jesus Christ. Okay. Nice. I'm happy to get the faces of death because they got good loot, but you do have to be another poetry book. But you do have to be careful. I'm also taking poison damage. I'm just going to bury all this stuff for now, so that it keeps respawning. And we'll move on to the next area. Okay, cleared that section out. Pretty good. There is what I like about it is the theme. I love the skulls all over the walls. There's caskets, coffins, gargoyles, undead, all sorts of stuff. Now let's pull some dudes. Let's pull some dudes up here. This is where a face of death comes up behind me. That always happens. Oh, there's a face of death right over there. Okay. They seem confused. Maybe I'm just trying to pull them too far. The face of death has got to go. There we go. Okay. Wait for the ghost to come up. Okay. There was a magical item drop. A good one. Better than blue. Not sure where it was. It was on one of these corpses because I heard it. You get that little tingly sound when you get a drop. Oh, there we go. A recipe. Another face of death. And there's another one. I do like the faces of death. Unarmed. Okay. There is like one of the other things with Bat, which I quite like, is that you... Let's deal with this face of death first. Whoops. You've got to be careful because... I'm not sure if there's any protection against this. Death touch. Not sure. Work all day. I'm not really doing those at the moment, but I'll pick it up. Yeah, the thing with Bat as well is it's kind of themed around Halloween. So at Halloween, like a lot of it, there is a certain number of skills. You have to be careful here because you get magical items, but it does spawn some monsters. I think they're probably going to die. Almost. Yeah, like some of the skills across skill books, and the skill books I think only drop on Halloween. Now I did buy some of the skill books when maybe I should have waited because it was so close to Halloween. Considering I haven't really used the skills that much so far, but yeah, but some of them, some of them I'm going to get. I love playing in first person as well. Nice. Yeah, I mean the Faces of Death, they can be a pain, but they do drop valuable items, and you're quite close to Fleer as well, the fairy, who will basically buy all of these stuff, buy all that stuff. Do I get any autopsy for that? No, nothing at all. Okay, I shouldn't be burying shouldn't be burying them for doing it if I want to do a dungeon crawl, I guess. Oops. Ah, jeez. Yeah, okay. Got me there. Let's respawn. Okay. But I love this. I love this. This feels to me like a proper Halloween-y style dungeon crawl. As I said, I shouldn't be burying because things just spawn much quicker. But oops. Those Faces of Death, they do. Oh, hello. They do creep up on you as well. Oops. Okay. Another 1,000 gold for that potion, for that that one. That's nice. What did he called? There's another Face of Death down there. This is relentless. Good, but relentless. What I think I'm probably gonna do is let's start not burying stuff, just so I can maybe show you some of the rest of the dungeon. Is that the only one that's coming up? No, he's got a friend coming up. Oh, I buried it. Damn. Oh, hello. Oh, another recipe, 400. And if you haven't got the recipes, of course, you just use them. Another Face of Death. Okay, let's get him, and then what we'll do is not bury them, but we certainly want to kill them for the loots. I wonder if the bat books will drop in here when when the Halloween event starts. Not sure. We did that chest, didn't we? Hello. Okay, so we are going to go down there. This is going to just turn into a little dungeon crawl, isn't it? Which is pretty fun. I hate these things. They serve no purpose other than to be annoying. And another one. Wait for that to go off. I think there's some more chests down here. So grow some dudes. Move back. Watch out for the faces. For the faces of death. Ooh, I thought they would both die. Okay, not going to bury them. You know, I mean, I used to. This is one of my favourite dungeons, but I couldn't really come here before. There was massive performance issues in the zone. I love the pentagram things on the floor there. Yeah, I had a lot of performance issues for some unknown reason. Got no idea why. But all that's been smoothed out now. What did we get? Loads of recipes and books and stuff. So normally when you open a chest it spawns some monsters. And I know one of the chests spawns a face of death. That is beyond me, I think, at the moment. Until I get some better equipment. Interestingly, there's a couple of rooms here that I can't get to. I'm not sure why. What am I missing? Maybe you have to go up there through the door and you go down. I don't know if you see these two rooms on the map that I can't access. Or maybe they're on it. Maybe they're rooms that are up. So I should bury those because we're probably not going to come back to that part, but we'll leave them where they are. Let's go up here. Okay. Oops. These mobs are invulnerable until you stun them, so you kind of have to stun them. Oops. But as a ooh, nice. But as unarmed is fine because it's got some stunning skills. Okay, so let's go back through to this room. No doubt we've got some more faces of death and God knows what else to deal with. That's how it works. always paranoid about the faces of death. You do have to be careful of them. I'm not going to bury this stuff this time. Let's get rid of the face of death first. He should aggro all the other stuff that's left here. I keep forgetting to put on my. Oops. Another 400 council recipe. Barrage is such a nice opening skill because you get a dot and you get stun. Okay. Injector bugs. I'm not getting any anatomy for those. Okay. So this is definitely a place where you can get caught out by faces of death. So we will have to be careful. There's a what I'm looking for is pick that up, magical. The pig has a face of death. No, don't go right in there. No, jeez. Smoke. just horrible targeting. Like you're trying to target something, and we died. I need to check actually. Maybe I've got my wrong key bound, but I'm trying to target nearest, and obviously it's not doing it. It cycles through everything that's like, you know, on the other side of the room. I need to make sure I loot that face of death. Who's that? Who the hell is that? Get off. Okay, let's make sure we loot the face of death. Didn't have much. Okay. Let's get that toxic flesh working for me. Shining around a corner there, I was kind of thinking that we might get... there he is. Come on. I like that. I love these guys. I mean, I'm guessing it's just, maybe it's just a store-bought model. And I'm sure I've seen something similar on Shroud of the Avatar. But I do like them, they're quite interesting. Okay, so we won't go, we'll try and go straight ahead. Pick up the loot. Okay. Oh, I nearly one-shotted him. I do apologise if there's not much chat going on. I'm just, yeah. Just trying to keep myself going. Okay, what's in here? Oh, it's a dead end. Oops, hang on. A shoddy forgery, but that's not for us. So I need to be careful here because, oh, wow, that aggro's a long way away. Holy smokes. I quite like the idea of the unarmed with the animals as well, like clawing and stuff. I think that we could probably deal with him. I'm not quite sure what sort of I'm not quite sure what sort of curse he has, if he has any curse, that is. Maybe we can kind of just wearing down. I can kind of get a little bit of a rest from. Oops, no, maybe not. Maybe it's all going to go wrong. Oh, jeez. Okay, we got an ad there, but he wasn't actually doing much damage to him at all. Yeah. Oh, luckily he doesn't seem to have a curse. Anyway, guys, this video has probably gone on for a long time, so I'm going to end it here. I love the arches leading up to the entrance. Although there's someone recently, well, a couple of people recently made comments about the visuals and stuff, and yeah, you know, I mean, it's very kind of like 90s with regards to textures and stuff, but yeah, I love it. I love, and so, I mean, some of the dungeons do need some work. You know, some of the early dungeons, particularly, they're just like they're just 2D kind of paths, corridors leading off of each other into rooms. It's very basic, but this is a brilliant dungeon. I love this dungeon. My favourite one so far, atmospheric, very Halloweeny. So I'll be spending some time in here, I think. Anyway, yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you again soon.